Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 5. I am getting ready because I have a meeting today with a health insurance broker for health insurance, obviously. It's been quite a journey. If you work somewhere where you have health insurance and it's good health insurance and you're not paying a lot for it, that is amazing. Self-employed health insurance is really tricky. And we have had so many different iterations of insurance, ones where we could save some money, but maybe it wasn't great insurance or it just was not great for what we needed. Like if it was a year we were having a baby, like it was, you know what I mean? So we have ping-ponged around with health insurance for probably 5 years now. I finally was like, we talked to a health insurance broker a few months ago, was signed on the dotted line for something. Really, we're not happy with it. It was really weird. Piecemealed insurance, but it wasn't really what we needed. So finally talked to a different health insurance broker because it's like open enrollment. And he has been doing it for like 45 years and knows his stuff. And so I'm meeting with him today. I think we found the one that we're going to do. And yeah, so I'm thankful. I feel good about what we're doing. It sounds like a lot more familiar insurance to me from what I had when I was teaching, which man, oh man, that insurance was great. I really miss that. So anyway, that is what's happening here in like an hour and a half. And then I am filming a gift guide today that will go live later this week. And that I'm excited about. I just kind of finished up planning for that. And I used to do gift guides like separately. I would do like, I don't even remember how I did it. Like I did separate ones, but this time I'm doing it all in one video, just a collective gift guide because that just made more sense to me rather than separating it out. I think that'd be a little more helpful. So excited to get that up. Yeah, those are the big things I've got to get done today. Little things I hope to get done in between. We'll see, but also excited for what we're going to do for dinner tonight. We haven't decided based on our meal plan you saw the other day, but any of those sound good. And I know I'm in a cooking mood. I have a feeling Tyler is too, because we haven't gotten to cook in a few days and we both, when we're in the right mood for it, we both enjoy it, so dinner will be good tonight. That's all. Also, I have my new little mug I got in Disney. I absolutely love it so much. It is so darling. Might be my new fave.
Well, good morning and welcome to Vlogmas day 5. If Jessica hasn't already said it. Stopped and got some Smoothie King. I am weirdly obsessed with Smoothie King right now. I didn't even know this place existed until like 3 months ago. And now I love it. It's so good. Anyway, so I'm going to spend the first half of my day, believe it or not, working on the yurt videos. I know you're surprised. It's very exciting. And then after lunch, I'm going to go and start working on the garage some more because I really haven't done anything since I started talking about it last week. So gonna kind of split my day doing half and half today. So both things that should be fun and exciting. Right? I mean, I think so, but that's just me.
Okay, we are dressed and ready, feeling really nice. This sweatshirt is from Loft. I bought at like an outlet store. I just love this color green. And I realized I own so many sweaters this color because every time I see one, I'm like, oh, I love it. And I forget that I already have like 4 this color, maybe 3. It's a lot. So anyway, but I love it. And then these are those like high-waisted kind of like wider leg pants I got. They're like super stretchy. I'll have to link them below because I can never remember the site I got them from. But anyway, all right. I need to go get something to eat before I head out the door. And I also switched the laundry, so it's been a good morning. All right, so I'm doing some quick oatmeal because I don't have a lot of time. Some frozen sausage. This is the Applegate Naturals chicken and maple breakfast sausage. So it's like a chicken sausage. The maple, I've tried. They have a turkey sausage version of this. Tasted like dog breath. I mean, turkey sausage I feel like is hard to get just right. Chicken sausage generally is really good. But the one with maple makes it taste very breakfasty and good. So I'm gonna have a little bit of that for some protein. Actually, I'm kind of curious. 9 grams of protein, some oatmeal. I had a little bit of eggs earlier when I was making breakfast with the girls. So I'm not like super hungry, but I'm definitely too hungry to be able to focus during like an insurance type meeting. So gonna have that. And I'm watching some Vlogmas like episodes of things. I get, both of us will get questions like, who do you guys watch? Like, who do you recommend if you want more Vlogmas content? honestly, no one I watch does, as far as I know, does like everyday vlogs like we do. I know that exists on YouTube. It's not that so many people do it. But like the people I generally watch all the time don't. But a lot of them do Vlogmas where they're just doing more videos in December. So it's hard to recommend, like a lot of people are like, we want more that's like what you do. I know they're out there. You tell me, because I would love to genuinely, but I also, the only time I'm getting to watch YouTube videos right now is when I'm doing my makeup generally. So I just don't have, I wish I had more time to watch YouTube. I wanted to get a bubble bath the other night, you guys remember? And I didn't end up doing it. And that's the other time like I'll watch YouTube videos and just enjoy. So maybe this week is the week. Okay, so continuing with a little bit more coffee, I also had a banana. This morning we also had kiwi, and the girls can be hit or miss with kiwi. Both of them loved it this time. I was eating it too because kiwi is truly one of my favorite fruits. And it was just great, and Felicity was vibing on the kiwi, and it was really cute hearing her say kiwi. Anyway, that's all. Go kiwi, it's so good. My girl, Miss Rachel, no, I'm kidding. My girl, MK Fit, just uploaded a Michael Bublé Christmas album dance workout. That might be what I do later today. That sounds so much fun, like so much fun. All right, that was great. We have good health insurance for next year. I feel really good about it. And man, it was amazing. So first of all, I was thinking about it, and meeting someone in person like that is so rare nowadays. Because there was nothing I needed to sign for. You do it electronically. And so it was just kind of interesting and old school, but in a really refreshing way. Because don't you feel like every meeting nowadays, for any purpose, is done via Zoom? Like we all got so used to it for a few years that now it's like, it doesn't matter if you're using Zoom, but you know what I mean. And so it was, like I said, it was refreshing to have a real in-person meeting with someone about something. I don't know, there was something about it. So I'm running some very quick errands before going home to film. I wanted to film, by the way, at the workspace, but the video I'm filming being a gift guide, I wanted it to have like a Christmassy background, and I don't really have that at work set up yet. Well, by the time I set it up, it won't be Christmassy anyway. But anyway, so for anyone that was curious about that. But I have packages to send, like returns, at FedEx, UPS, and USPS. And I wanted to get some stamps, like Christmassy stamps for our Christmas cards. So that way once we get the cards in, I've got the stamps and we can send them. So that is also on the docket. And then we are heading home. That was the most chaotic post office visit. It is December 4th. I mean, it was just, you would think this was the last day you could ship something for Christmas delivery. I couldn't find parking. That was amazing. Like, it was wild. I'd gone into UPS and FedEx as well to drop off stuff, and those were, I don't know, kind of more normal. But it is kind of exciting, though, and I don't know why it got me weirdly in the Christmas mood, because it felt like a Christmas rush, Anyway, I better get out because I know someone needs this parking spot. All right. So now I just finished filming in there, actually, because I told you to have like a festive background. And what was I going to say? That video, by the way, will be live later this week. It'll be my second upload of the week. So I think Thursday or Friday. I want to say Friday. But I need to grab screenshots of all of the gift ideas I mentioned, which is what I'm doing now. And usually if I'm grabbing screenshots, I make the links for them at the same time. So that is what I'm doing. And then I need to upload some footage for my editors, which I really would rather do at work because my real computer is there. However, I want to go on a run and the weather's so nice. And I'm like, I just want to do it here. I think outside if I bundle up properly. There were so many people out on runs and walks today because it's the first day the sun has shone here, I feel like, in 100,000 years. So really wanting to get outside, whether I go on a run or not, because I could also just take Pinocchio on a really nice walk and I'm sure he would be ecstatic. So that's what's happening. I'm trying to drink some water because I feel like I haven't drank enough water yet today. And I just got to get this done. I feel out of sorts work-wise too because I usually use my paper planner and I just haven't been using it. And so I'm trying to like digitally type it out, and it is not the same. Like, I just love paper planners. So I need to get that back out and get back in the habit of using it, because I feel way more on top of stuff when I am able to physically write it down. Am I alone in that one? Anyone else? Something you might be interested to see. I've talked about these long ago, these under the bed organizers. We had these exact ones, but they were like an inch higher. And when we got a new bed a few years ago, it didn't fit. Like, we'd have to squish it down. So then I measured and found that they had even lower profile ones. You know what I mean? And they slide right under. This is so great because I keep a lot of my Disney shirts over here, my little weights. I have a lot of my Disney shirts here. I have sweatshirts. So I am an absolute sucker for an oversized sweatshirt. Like, I didn't care about them at all growing up. In my teen years, all of a sudden I hit like mid-20s, and it is one of my favorite things in the world to wear. So I have a lot of them that I love, and I swap them out because I can't fit them in my drawer. So I just switch them, but I love them all too much to get rid of them. Anyway, so some of those go in here. And then I also have a few of my like winter outdoor running shirts. I'm getting ready to go on a run now. So I was grabbing these out. They are truly for like cold weather. It's like 45, but it's sunny. So I'm like, I know I want long sleeve. There's no doubt about that. But would I be too warm in this? I think maybe I just risk it. I'm not going to go on a super long run anyway. So I think I might do one of these. These I've had for years. I couldn't necessarily link if you were curious, but it's always nice to have, like, I love this fleece one. It's so comfy and it doesn't ride up or anything like that. So big fan. I am a full-blown vibe. I know.
Okay, time for good news, bad news. The good news is I spent almost all day working on the Europe videos, so I got a lot done. It is a very, very good feeling. The bad news is I have less than an hour to actually get anything done in the garage. So it's not that big of a deal. I can get done a little bit, because honestly, the Europe videos are still like the most important thing. So really glad to have a good handle on those. And then I'm gonna go work on the garage for a little bit. If I just get some of the stuff kind of cleared out of the way so I can start on it a little bit more tomorrow, I'll be happy with that. We'll just see what I can get done in the next 51 minutes. Also, I keep laughing because I keep saying Europe videos, and people keep saying, it sounds like you're saying yurt, like a tent, yurt. But I say Europe videos. And I don't know if it's just because I live in Indiana, I say Europe, and I say it fast. I don't know. So I'm like, I need to start saying, I'm working on the Europe videos. Like, I don't, gotta have a very emphasis on the Europe. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I got most of this side cleared out. I got all the tools and everything I had sort of on the shelves there out of the way. There was a few things here that I wasn't quite sure what they were. These here were kind of leaning up against that. Come to find out, they're shelves, and I should have been able to guess that, but that could be an additional shelf here, and the bigger one obviously there. If I wanted to use them as an additional shelf, which I don't exactly know what I want to do. I have a table, like a metal table I was hoping to put in here, but come to find out it is too big. So I kind of planned on putting it over there, just like a workbench kind of thing. I don't know, I'll have to figure out where it's all going to fit eventually. But this thing here also had a bunch of stuff that the previous people left, and I hadn't really looked into it yet. So it looks like we got a box of the flooring and then some additional flooring as well, which is just nice to have. So that's great. A couple of 1-bys, some quarter round, a couple other things. There's some just brown paper and a few other things. Some of the wallpaper that we're not using anymore, so that I'll get rid of. But I'll pull all this stuff out of the way because I still need to paint this area, but it's good to kind of know at least what's in there and what was in that corner thing there. So I'll have to figure out if I'm going to use the additional shelf or not. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and move this all out of the way for all the next steps, including painting, etc. And you know what? I just thought this is going to be great because at home, I have a whole bunch of lumber that I end up using for, from different projects. You always have some left over. And I just have it all actually above my garage. I just thought about it. I could probably just bring it all here and put it right there. Then I would know all of my extra lumber, quarter round, whatever it is, 2-bys are all going to be right there. So that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm really excited to be able to have that. And as if that weren't enough, I just got a message. Somebody's coming to pick up all the moving boxes that have been taking up all the room over here, which is fantastic. So they're coming here. They're going to be here soon. They can take all these moving boxes out of the way. Everything's coming up roses. Everything's coming up Tyler. Everything's coming up Tyler's what? Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this all turned out. So, wow, it's really echoey now. So tomorrow, this is about all I can get done today. So tomorrow I can hit the ground running. This is all cleared out. So I'm gonna do, like I said, I think the lighting is the first thing I'm gonna do. Then I have to go, well, I'll show you, to the Tox drop tomorrow to take, like I said, this TV that needs to be recycled. There's a mirror back there that needs to be recycled because it's got a big crack in it, but I don't know, I might take that to Goodwill to see if like somebody else can like use it for a craft or something. I don't know, because it's a nice mirror, but the painters accidentally cracked it, but it's not too bad. So I don't know, I'm somebody who's crafty can use one of those like glass scorers and use it because it's a big sheet of metal, or not metal, but a mirror. I don't know if somebody can use that or not. I might. If they don't take it at Goodwill, I'll have to look up and see if they take it. If not, also it doesn't look like a mirror because it's reflecting the TV, but it is just a giant mirror here. If Goodwill doesn't take it, I'll probably look up and see like what people do with giant mirrors. I don't really have a use for it. So anyway, we'll figure that out. The other thing I have to take to the Tox drop, which by the way, Tox drop is like a toxic chemicals and that kind of stuff that you can't just throw in the trash. Things like cooking oil, paint, all that kind of stuff. That's all not supposed to go into your trash can. It's supposed to go to a Tox drop so they can, dispose of it correctly. So this, for instance, is all the paint and all the, like they have 1,000 testers of paint they left. Most of this, we don't use these paint colors anymore because now we only have one paint color all throughout the entire place. So it was nice of them to leave all this. That's always great, but I'm not going to use any of it. So unless like something like that white there is like full, I haven't really looked in here very much. But if something is completely full, I'll keep it. But if it's like, well, that's pretty full, I don't know, I'll have to look at it, but I don't really have a use for any of this. So most of it's going to go to the Tox drop. And that TV, they'll actually recycle that there as well instead of just throwing it away. So that's what my plan is tomorrow, to get the rest of this out of there. Then I'll have just a few things in this closet, this little pantry. I don't know. What do you even call this? Chest? I don't know. Why can't I think of a term for that? Anyway, that thing. But other than that, everything else is out of here. So I am ready to hit the ground running tomorrow. Very excited about that. Minus, of course, that, because that giant thing, I'm just going to have to work around because I don't have anywhere else to put it. So that's fine. I'll just move it as needed.
Okay, did the run. It was actually great. It was a little chilly at first. I did wear gloves. I didn't end up wearing anything on my ears because I walked out with them and I was like, okay, I'm too hot. But I just got back and I have a little bit of time. I'm going to take Pinocchio on a quick walk because the sweet boy, I was playing with him this morning in the basement, just like throwing the toy, and he was just so happy. And I was like, oh, buddy, we need it. When it gets cold, it's so hard to remember to take him on walks more often. And since today it's chilly but not so cold, it's a good day to take him so you can hear him squeaking because he knows I already said it. So we're going to go for a little walk.
I just got home and Jessica's making dinner tonight. She's doing the creamy peas and something with bacon in it. Anyway, all I heard was it needed bacon. And so I was like, I'm going to go outside and do my Blackstone because I love my Blackstone. So I got the pound of bacon here. I'm going to sizzle that up. I have my bacon weight I got to grab out. And I'll get that all done. I love this because the surface area is so large. I can do the entire pound of bacon at once, probably even more. And I just love it. Any chance to use my Blackstone, I will use it. Woo, woo, woo. Listen to that sizzle. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. Woohoo! And amazingly, as I was pulling the bacon off, at the very end, I heard poof, 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 and I ran out of propane. Whew. Perfect timing.
Alrighty, dinner time. We are making this right here from the Skillet Meals cookbook I talked about that I love. Because generally everything in this book you make in like one pot or a skillet. So this one we've not made, but it looks pretty good. It's basically just pasta, some bacon, peas, some cheese, heavy cream, a couple other things. Tyler made the bacon, as you saw. Gigi is helping with the cheese, the heavy cream, the peas. She's eating some of the cheese. And then we are making the pasta in here. This called for water and broth, so I think it's going to give it a little more, it definitely will give it a little more flavor than normal. which is kind of cool. I hope this is good. The bacon's really good. Now, I do not know. Jury still has not decided if there will be enough bacon left over for BLTs another day. And also, I may or may not have eaten most of the tomato we got for BLTs for a sandwich today at lunch. So, well, not most of it, but like, you know, a couple of the slices. And anyway, so if we do BLTs, there's enough bacon. But we keep snacking on it. So, and Pinocchio's eyeing it. He's like, hello, I smell something yummy. You like bacon too, huh? Yeah. So, we'll see. I'm realizing, so now we simmer covered, but I need to cover it again. The bacon you were supposed to cook like in the same pan, already crumbled, something like that. We obviously did it the way, thank you, the way we did it. So the bacon's supposed to already be in here. So I just added it. So it'll simmer with that. So it's going to give it even more flavor. Yum. Okay, next step is simply peas, which I might have to scrape out the bottom there. Some cheese, which this doesn't seem like enough cheese. Might be adding some more of that, just making a judgment call. And the heavy cream, Gigi helped measure all those and cook it through, basically. Like I said, I think I may make a judgment call and add some more cheese and maybe a little more heavy cream to this because it just doesn't quite look the way I think it should. Okay, so I tried it. It tastes better. I added more cheese, more heavy cream. I'll be curious Tyler's thoughts on this too. And I've literally had like a bite, but I definitely needed more salt and pepper than it called for too. Alrighty, it's all done. We got the table set. Everyone's got their food, so we're gonna have a nice little family dinner here.
This is really good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
I added a little bit of pepper and a little bit of just a touch of cayenne.
Yeah, I honestly
really makes it for me.
Well, we were talking about would we want to make like a recipe PDF for this because we changed it enough the order we did a few things like with the bacon. Yeah. I ended up doubling the peas too. Like I changed a lot.
There's a lot, yeah. But this is very good.
It is, yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, that was really good. That is a new favorite. I'm gonna have you write down all the changes you made so we can put it on the Welcome to the Cutting Board site.
Yeah, I think we can say like adapted from it. So that
yeah, because you made a lot of changes to it. But that way you guys can make it too. Very, very good. Like I said, I liked it with a little bit of spice, a little bit of cayenne on top, but even without it, it was very good. All right, we got to put these girls to bed. We got to clean up this kitchen as per usual. And then maybe we can do something in the basement tonight. What do you think?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Made it to the end of the evening.
Somehow I managed.
Mm-hmm. It was a good day.
Yeah, I feel like it was just a good day.
Yeah, got some good stuff done. It was nice to be really well rested. I felt like, everyone in the house got a good night's sleep last night, so that was huge. Also, here's our basement. But hey, Brady asked the other day if we were going to do a basement tour. I said, are you? Because I thought you and him were going to do it together.
No, all three of us were going to do it together.
Okay.
So a couple people have been asking about that. The basement is completely done. Almost.
By the way, well, to fill people in that haven't been around since last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
So, yeah, we got the basement redone. Our neighbor, who, this is like what he does, did it. He also has a YouTube channel we can link below if you are into that kind of content.
Brady's Workshop in Delhi.
That's right. Renovation, and he's also just an absolute goofball.
Yeah.
But
and he does really, really good work.
He does really good work. So a lot of you guys have seen in those videos a lot of pieces of it, but this is a project for Vlogmas time, I hope. We still haven't organized like the drawers and everything, but it's done. And it is.
So what happened was we got it done, and I think Brady probably wrapped up maybe February, March, I think is when he was finally done with all of his stuff, because we were, maybe it was April, it doesn't matter. Then a little bit more time went by and we had some electrical things that we were trying to finish up. Finally, in like July or August, we got all the electrical stuff done, and then we just have not had the chance.
We're waiting on the electrician to like be able to.
Yeah, to get all that done. And when the electrician kind of went in, he found some old stuff that also needed to be fixed. So he was like, "It's kind of a good thing your house hasn't burned down." I'm like, "Well, I'm really glad you."
Yeah, it was actually really.
He's like, there was like wires in the thing,
and it must have been whoever previously had worked on the home, like before we lived here. Whatever they did.
He said there were wires that weren't coated. There was areas that should have had a junction box where there was just like nothing.
Or there was like a junction box, but it was like just walled off, like you wouldn't have been able to find it or something.
It was a lot going on. So anyway, they got all that fixed. And so now we've got to just go and organize everything. So we have the big, like, we'll show all this, but we have bar area over here. We've got drawers over here. We've got all these areas, but we just haven't had a chance to like actually organize anything.
Yeah. We just love it. This morning I came down to play with Pinocchio, and because it's just a little more open down here, and he can do like some real good runs, you know. And I was just looking around, and I was like, gosh, I just love it. I'm so glad we did it. Yeah. We really hemmed and hawed, but I could talk about it all day.
We still spend a lot of time down here, though. Even though it's not, like, organized, we spend
because, again, the part that's not organized is behind closed things. So,
right.
What I mean? So, but especially, we spend even more time when it's cold outside because it just feels right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like I had something else to say.
We're sitting at our little countertop here in the basement, by the way. And what does this make you think of?
Sitting at the countertop?
Yeah, talking to the camera.
I don't know. What?
Should we fill you in?
Yes.
Makes me think of Kelly and Mark.
Oh.
Because they always sit real high.
You know the talk show, Kelly Ripa and...
Mark, whatever. I don't know his last name.
Me either.
She's had like 8 co-hosts over the years. And then, anyway.
This one's her husband, though, right?
Yeah. But yeah, we when we were in Disney, we started watching them because they would be on, like, we would just have the TV on and they would come on. And I was laughing because I'm like, this is funny. Like, this is exactly, like, they're sitting at a real tall counter and they're, like, sitting there talking.
But you know what I love about it is exactly this. They've got their, like, talking points, and it's such a style. It's such a vibe of, like, how they interact. But they're, like, absolutely, like, reading what to talk about next. But it's, like, just a part of it. Yeah. We all accept that.
Did you ever watch Kathy Lee and...
I mean, probably, but
oh my gosh, kids. I was just thinking of his name. I've just lost his name. Regis. Oh my goodness. I was just thinking about Regis the other day.
That
because
sounded
my
more
parents...
like Jerry Seinfeld doing Regis.
What is this Regis guy? It was a scratch! That's my favorite joke. Anyway.
Whoa, you really like that.
I do.
Your laugh took off like a chipmunk.
But I was thinking about, my parents had a copy of his book, and it was called I'm Only One Man. And I think about him, and I did this bit years ago in a YouTube video, like when I first started. And I remember I was like sitting in front of a fireplace and I was reading Regis Philbin's book, but I was reading it upside down. And I thought I still think that was that it was Regis Philbin's book called I'm Only One Man, and I was reading it upside down. I was like smoking a pipe. Anyway, that was a million years ago. I still stand by that as the funniest book in the library to pick out as the book I was reading.
As the book you were reading.
You don't think it's funny. I thought it was really
funny. I think it's funny.
Yeah, your eyes didn't smile. Your mouth smiled, but your eyes were dead.
We always joke about that, like anytime I'm like, you're not appreciating that. Your eyes are just like blank. Anyway, yeah, it was a good day. I don't have anything to talk about. I swear I had like 2 things and I was like, I should text you keyword X at X, whatever it was, but not to talk to you about for Vlogmas, like things, but here we are. I should have sent the keywords.
I know. I'm excited to go to the gym.
We'll call them V words, though. Maybe not. But maybe, though, because you'll know what I mean, like, I do for know this. What you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to go to the gym tomorrow. I haven't been to the gym since we got home from Disney, and I'm really excited to actually have some time tomorrow to do that.
You definitely appreciate the gym more than I do.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm there, I'll get a good workout. But it's the getting there.
I read one time, and it was basically that. It was...
Like, 90% of it is getting there, or, like, starting your workout, or whatever it is, getting in the clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Because once you do that,
once you're there, you're going to work out, but it's just getting there. That's the hard part.
I am so envious of, and maybe one day, of people that can stick to such a regimented schedule with working out. Like, they're like, oh, I work out Monday through Friday, like, every day at 5:30 in the morning. Like, I get up before my kids. Or people that are like, oh, I always work out right after work. Like, I'm so envious of that. I used to have that, like, well, I mean, again, back before we were married, before kids. And maybe but, like, I would have it where it'd be like, okay, right after work, I always go to the gym.
And
I did.
So sporadic. So sporadic. Sometimes I run at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes
you're going to say in the morning.
No, sometimes I get up at 5:30 a.m. and go to the gym, but it's never the same thing twice, ever. Sometimes we'll trade off in the evenings working out, like just in the basement. Like it's never the same thing twice, but it's...
I know. I was daydreaming this morning about, like, maybe I'll start getting up early and, like, doing that. And then I'm like, I don't want to. Like, sleep is also so important. It's just our season of life. We'll say that at the end of every single video because we've just got to remind ourselves.
No, I know. And I'm so amazed at people that get up so early consistently. Like, we have people in our family that get up like 4:30 in the morning every day. And I've never been an early riser, but it's just hard, man.
I know.
And again, especially like right now in this season of our lives.
Season counter. I think we've said it thrice.
The time you and I get to spend together is in the evenings. Like that's the time you and I actually get to hang out and be together. So.
And I don't want to be. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Because if I'm getting up at 4:30 in the morning, I'm going to bed at 8 p.m. and that's when you and I get to hang out. So whether it's just watching TV or playing a game or whatever, but I don't want that.
I really want to get the game. Guess who?
I know.
I really want to
Stop bringing it up.
Okay.
I had... Just forget it. I had this idea already, and now she's told me about it, and I'm like, now you're going to think it was your idea.
Well, it was, in theory. I just want to play it. It gives me all the childhood vibes.
An Instagram post.
Yeah.
And that got my wheels turning, and then later on you were like, hey, speaking of that, I want it. It's like, I already had it on the list.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't played that in 1,000 years. We played that a lot when I was a kid, like on road trips.
I feel like that was like the only game we played growing up. Like,
we had a travel version of it, because it's like a bigger board, but we had like a real small one that like flipped open, so you could like literally like do it like this, like, and we could play it on road trips and stuff.
Oh, that game was so much fun.
Yeah.
We bought a Disney version for the girls / really Genevieve right now, in Disney. Disney Guess Who?
She's whispering because Genevieve's sitting right here.
No, she's not.
No,
but she'll every once in a while like sneak down. And we're like, Genevieve, go back to bed. So I'm always like leery, like. She ended up seeing it. She was digging through our stuff that we bought at Uniqlo and like downtown Disney, and she was like, "What's this?" And I said, "I told you not to dig through that bag." And what was cute though is we had created this. I keep forgetting you guys haven't seen these vlogs because they'll go up in January, right? Yeah. Our recent trip to Disney. We had told Genevieve, like, okay, we're going in the shops in, I said downtown Disney, didn't I? Disney Springs. We're going to be in the big Disney gift shop. It's almost Christmas. Pick out a gift that you think no. What did we say? Yeah.
You pick out a gift for Felicity, and she'll pick out one for you.
And Felicity will pick out one for you. And you can wrap it for Felicity, and then on Christmas it'll be from you, that kind of thing. This is exciting. So she did. She picked out like this really cute like boat Mickey bath toy thing.
Yeah.
But I kept saying, Genevieve, if there's anything you like really want for Christmas that you see, let us know. Doesn't mean you're going to get it, that kind of thing. And she was so upset by this. And I'm like, oh, maybe I brought it up too young. I hadn't thought about it. But she was like, no, I want to be surprised. I'm like, oh, no, honey, I know. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like thinking of me when I was 15 being like, Mom, if you want to know what I want for Christmas, here's my list,
I remember my grandma was the first person that ever did that. And I think she bought me a Game Boy Advance. And it was very exciting. And she said, is that what you want? And I was like,
yeah, Grandma.
And I was like, yeah, Game Boy Advance? And she was like, and I didn't play Game Boy, but I was like, yeah, it looks really cool. And so my two older brothers were really into Game Boy. And I thought, well, if I get one, I'll love it. So she's like, well, just act surprised on Christmas and I'll wrap it up for you. And I remember at that time, I was like 10. I'm like, wow, maybe I wasn't even that old. It's like, wow, no one's ever done that before. They just told me what they got.
I know, it does feel like you're breaking the rules.
It was jarring as a child. And you know what? I think I played that Game Boy Advance twice, maybe. And
really?
I think I gave it to my brother. I've never been a big video game guy.
No, neither.
But then I think I gave it to my brother Jason. I don't know if he ever played it either. He was real big into the first Game Boy. I think Austin was too.
I don't know what the difference is between
them. Game Boy Advance it was like the first time it was like
it's
long ways.
You're describing the Nintendo Switch.
Like, right. It was basically
so funny that's like come back around and it's,
Yeah. I don't know enough about Game Boy to know if it just once it switched to the Game Boy Advance, if it was always like that or...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I'm just thinking of the old school Game Boy. And I don't mean Game Boy. I mean, remember that game with the water and you push the buttons and it would shoot like air and it would shoot the little hoops that need to go... You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
Man, I can feel that in my thumbs.
You played it that often?
It was like the only thing we had. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, It was just one of those random things I played with a lot.
Yeah.
We also had one of those handheld Wheel of Fortune games.
Oh, that. We played that Wheel of Fortune game all the time. Till it died. And you know what's funny?
Gosh, I wonder if they still sell that.
Well, remember at Pop Century, in the display cases, they have like shadow boxes with different things from different decades. And I think that was in the 80s one or the 90s one. And
Probably
both
90s.
You and I were like, oh, look at that. And that was the first time you and I had ever realized that we both played that game.
It was such a specific thing.
And it was such a staple. We played it all the time. And I think we bought it at a garage sale. But it was just...
kind of want to see if they have it.
We have a Wheel of Fortune card game we've never even unwrapped. I think it's in our card game.
It's a shame.
It's still in the cellophane.
I think we need to have like a month like February where every single night we play a different game.
February is not a great month.
So
it's a great
I mean,
idea.
wait, this is actually... Because think about how many games sit in there. And we're like, oh, one day we'll play Life. I don't know.
You know what else I want to play? Mancala.
I will rip you into shreds playing you in Mancala.
It's cute. That's funny because you won't.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway. All right. Anything else to say?
Side note, we did used to have like weeks of playing Mancala in a row.
I never played it
especially.
at home. Oh, yeah. Well, I never played it at home. I played it at school. Middle school. We became obsessed with that game. We played it all the time. I don't think we ever owned it, though, at my house. But it was like a big thing at school.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Anytime we'd finish our work early, we'd go and play Mancala.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
That actually sounds
I
awesome.
just
You
finished
can play it against yourself. You gotta decide
yeah.
which self you like better to make them win.
Right brain, left brain. All right.
Anyway, okay, we've
that's
chatted
enough
for 100 years, it looks like.
The camera's actually about to die. So.
I was about to say it was a good day again. That's
Anyway.
3 times. That means it is our sign to go. I'm repeating myself.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Love you guys. Bye.